my dears, my dears, my dears, my dear peeps, 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 my lovies, my lovely people. I love you very much because I do. Uh, I want to speak to you about negative energy today, and it's a completely different approach because it's just changed in me recently, and it's very interesting. And I thought it's worth sharing. Ooh, there is something in the background. No, a really pretty background. What I want to say is, for a very long time, I was thinking in terms of positive and negative energy. Okay, so I was absolutely avoiding negative energy. Okay, I mean, by negative, I'm saying things that aren't pleasant to feel by a human body. Okay, so excuse me, and any form of feeling that is uncomfortable, unpleasant, heavy, makes you cry or be sad or angry or anything like that, I was avoiding internally and externally. So it didn't get me very far. It just got me as far as depression is concerned. Okay, because I wasn't allowing myself to feel the things that I am naturally designed to feel. Okay, and that was a big mistake. And now I understand. But before I didn't, and that's why I'm recording these videos so that people understand when where they are going wrong, and this is not their fault. This is not our fault. It wasn't my fault for me to be that way because I didn't know from the start how to deal with those sorts of energies, how to be inside of those energies, how to make them part of me for a while, how to explain to myself that this is just a process and it's a short-term process. It's just a phase that I'm going through, and there is no reason for me to react. There is no reason for me to act upon whatever I feel. Oh, I'm here. I'm here, my baby boy. He's calling his mummy. Oh, so lovely. Yeah. Well, newsflash is there is no positive and negative energy. Okay, there is just energy. It differs because there are certain energies that hold density that is different because the spin of this energy is low, and that creates heaviness inside the body. And these are the things that you feel when you are scared, when you are angry, when you're sad, when you have inside of you there is jealousy, hatred, fear, anxiety. All those energies hold low frequency. Okay, and because they're spinning very slowly, they cling to the body. Okay, and they just sort of cling, and they just are difficult, but it's doable, difficult to process inside the body. I mean, it's more difficult than obviously when you feel love and you feel happiness and you feel lightness and joy, and you just want to, your heart is beating like right towards people and the world, and you obviously hold that really high spinning energy, and then you feel light and amazing. Okay, and you have the peace inside of you, you have the sense of security inside of you, you feel safe, you feel loved, you feel loving towards everything, you are connected. This is the high spin energy, and that is a high frequency. Okay, this energy is called positive. by masses, right? And negative is the ones that I've just described previously. And the thing is that in order for us to experience and fully develop into a human being that who is going to feel those energies that are high spinning, right? The unconditional love, okay? The unconditional love towards yourself and other people, understanding how delicate you are inside and how delicate other people are, that you have no intention inside of you that is other than unconditional love when you are doing, saying, thinking, or believing in something, then in order to express that, in order to experience that and fully appreciate that feeling, you need to go through the low spins first. And the reason why I wasn't getting anywhere for years, there were years of struggle, years of depression, years of yearning of soul and ripping off and whatever, and then just being in circles and being lost and forever repeating the same cycles in my life. So for example, something would happen, or for example, there were relationships that had push and pull dynamic, right? So there was like there was a good positive thing that happened, then there was a negative thing that happened in inverted commas, and then there was a breakup of the relationship, and then coming back together, then breaking up again, then coming back together, and so on and so on. So the cycle was carrying on because I wasn't changing anything inside of me. I wasn't internally working. I wasn't working in my shadows. So all the shadows that were inside of me, all the things that I didn't process and I didn't I wasn't letting go of, they were ruling my external world. Okay, it was only just when I started to notice the energy, and I started to notice what it works like and what I can do with it, and how I can work with it in order to lift myself and sort of pull myself out of the dark space, dark of the dip, rip off all those layers of trauma, emotional trauma that's inside of you, that have been passed on to you by generations. It's not your parents' fault, it's not your grandparents' fault, although obviously you've got more than the right to be angry with people that are around. But the thing is that it's not going to get you anywhere. All it's going to do is keep you in a state of being a victim. And you are not a victim in this world. You have more power than you can imagine. Okay, and because you obviously are now at the state where there is a lot of things to shed, okay, and there is a lot of energy that is very difficult to process in your body, you need to release this trauma, okay? There is no point in blaming anyone, there is no point in being angry, obviously, which just the anger is also part of it. So the sooner you feel the anger, the sooner you release the anger, the sooner you accept the anger that's there, the sooner you release it, and then you can move on to another, okay? Whatever is then in you, because obviously it varies from one person to another, but what are the main ones that are to be shed, the main energies, are the ones as follows: shame, guilt, fear, anger, jealousy, hatred. Okay, these are probably, there are more. Well, I can come up, if I come up with more, then I am going to record it in the next video. But these are the ones that I shedded recently, and yeah, the relief is immense. Okay, and this is only when you start working with yourself, when you see your shadows, you see the external, you understand that outside there is a lot of people who are actually not wishing you well. They are just like vicious towards you, they swear at you, or they just like they disrespect you all the time. and you just feel like you being picked on, then you need to have a look at yourself, because there is a 100% chance, there's 100% of sureness, I mean reassurance, that you have issues inside of you that are subconscious, that you don't know about them, that it's not like there's anything wrong with you, it's not like you are a bad person, okay? Because you are not your feeling, you are not your emotion. So if you are angry, it doesn't make you a person who's angry, okay? It just, you are not connected with this anger, you've got this anger inside of you, and there is a way to release it, okay? And in order to release, you obviously need to you need to be with it, you need to allow it. The problem is that for many years, I'm speaking from my own experience, for many years I've been blocking them, okay, them emotions. I've been blocking their feelings, feeling the emotions, because I didn't want to feel things. I was scared because, or I was scared mainly. I wasn't allowing myself to feel angry or jealous or ashamed of, or guilty, because all of those they're the feelings that are being that sort of I thought I was going to be punished for. And I didn't realize that this is so deep inside of me for a very long time. Okay, I'm gonna be punished if I get angry, because good girls don't get angry, right? Or there was some other sayings that, like, if you get angry, you're gonna be ugly, or if you get angry, then you're obviously not gonna go to heaven, or you're gonna go to hell, or whatever. And that type of upbringing sort of led me to an adulthood in which I, as a person, held a lot of things and traumas in my body, but I wasn't allowing them to go through me, okay? And I wasn't allowing to feel anything because of the fear of going to hell, or being ugly or whatever, because obviously it just sticks in your mind. You soak it up as a sponge. You don't even realize when it comes from until there's too much of it and it spills out of you, okay? And you don't feel the bad emotions first, okay? The bad ones, meaning the ones that are uncomfortable, the ones that are being just unpleasant to feel, okay? But if you can be brave enough to go through them, there is a massive reward that awaits you, okay? There is the feeling inside of you that is just not even is beyond your comprehension, okay? And I'm just not saying that it's a joy when you buy in yourself a new car, okay? It's just the joy that you have inside of you, so much love and peace and calmness and I don't know, the feeling of safety, of being absolutely safe and abundantly looked after, that you want to be out there for other people unconditionally, okay? And you take joy and lightness in wanting to be there for everybody, okay? And you have an immense sort of innocence inside of you that leads you to curiosity, to start finding out things about yourself and finding out things about other people with a positive and loving intention. And all you think about is, how can I be of service, okay? Because this is how full your heart is, okay? So in order to become, if this is what you want to do, in order to become a person of that pure heart and fearless, and unconditionally putting the intentions out there that you want to be loving yourself and other people the way you love yourself, unconditionally, whatever you do, forgiving yourself all mistakes, understanding yourself on every level, being sure of your worthiness, being sure of your value, and wanting to live and explore every day, trusting that your next day is going to be amazing, trusting that whatever you do leads to something better, trusting that whatever happens around you is a present, even if it's not exactly feeling and you might not be understanding it just at this very moment, and accepting the things that are coming your way, no matter what they are, whether they're pleasant or unpleasant. You still appreciate them and are grateful for them because you understand where these things are leading you. Then this is how it's done. You have to be brave. You have to just pull your sleeves up and go through anger, go through jealousy, go through fear, anxiety, and guilt and shame. Feel it all, and then that's it. I was very naively avoiding. I was avoiding people who were giving me grief. I was avoiding situations. I was running away from conversations that could potentially be uncomfortable for me. I was running away from people who weren't exactly pleasant towards me, or I could feel some resentment towards me from them. And now, I've noticed that the only way this energy, this negative energy that I described, negative in inverted commas, I'm just going to call it negative for the purpose of this video, but they are not really negative in the sense that there is something wrong with them. They're just unpleasant to feel, but they are just as valuable as the ones that have high frequency and are pleasant, because they are the key. They are the keyhole you have to squeeze yourself through in order to get to the other side of the door. And the door, when it opens, when you just squeeze yourself through that keyhole, is just going to be heaven on earth for you. Okay, internally you start radiating completely different frequency. You start radiating different energy. You've got a vibe in within yourself. Okay, you stop absorbing people's energies. You generate the vibe that affects other people in a loving, positive way. Okay, this is what happens when you understand energy, when you learn about energy and you work with energy and you start feeling it as it goes without running away into alcohol, into binge watching, drugs, antidepressants, all of these things, food, right? Emotional attachments, codependent relationships, drama, gossip, illnesses, okay? I probably should underline illnesses, because illnesses are the ones that you also subconsciously, you don't know that, but you are running away into from the emotions that aren't properly felt. And the danger here is because we were never taught how to feel those things. Actually, we were is on the contrary, we were either blocked from feeling them, or we blocked ourselves because at a certain point we decided that it's not safe for us to feel a certain way. So we just stopped ourselves from feeling the things that we should be feeling, or we decided, or we were forced into covering those feelings that are uncomfortable with fake positivity. Okay, so if someone, like, let's say that you're depressed and you really want to cry because you are sad, and potentially the reason why you're sad is just because your childhood was traumatic. Okay, and in order for you to rip this sadness off of yourself, it might take you at least 2 or 3 months if you do the conscious work. Okay, someone who you look up to, and it's just sort of a person that you know, or it's older than you or whatever, tells you that you should be positive. Okay, and all you have to do is to start doing the positive things and you're gonna be all right. Then you might damage yourself more than you think. Okay, so in order for you to feel good, first you have to feel bad. And it's okay, because we are here for feelings. Okay, we are here to feel these things and to experience these things. And if we do this, we heal ourselves from the inside, and we can be then of a benefit to other people. Only then, okay? If we do otherwise, then we can create the illnesses, okay? Because if you don't feel the feelings, if you don't feel the feelings that are unpleasant to feel, and you don't plow through them, even allow yourself to have a day off on that day, and then just concentrate on your body, do whatever you need to do around the house, or just go for a walk or something, but just feel the unpleasant feelings, the heavy feelings, the anger, or releasing it by tears. I'm really lucky here because I can cry things out very easily, and it brings me relief very quickly. But it's only recently that I started allowing myself, without being guilty, that I'm crying, because before I was like, because I was called crybaby, or too sensitive, or oversensitive, and forever crying, and there's nothing to cry about, then I wasn't allowing myself to cry. But now it's a different story. I realize how delicate I am. I realize how delicate other people's are, and how important it is for us to do this, to go through this, okay, to cleanse this, because this is why we're here for, ultimately, to cleanse that energy that is unpleasant in a first instance, in order to then experience that really nice, pure, unconditional love that is out there. And it's so important. It's so beautiful, and it's so powerful. You have so much power then. You can have such massive impact on other people and on their lives. Then you can be of help. Then you can be of real, genuine, unconditional help. You don't expect anything in return. You don't want anybody to be anything but happy, okay? And you know how to do it. You intentionally, your intention is always to be at help. It's not something that you do out of your beliefs that you should be helping because only good people help. Whoever, you need to be able to help yourself first in order to do it to other people. And to do that, you need to feel through the negative energies, negative illnesses, right? That's one thing that I hinged that topic, because it is difficult. There is a lot of people, especially the ones I work with, they having troubles in healing themselves from traumas. And some people don't even realize that they have some traumas. They just think that, oh, their childhood wasn't so bad, so they didn't experience trauma, so they're just ill for a different reason, and so on. No, the energy that they weren't allowing themselves to feel. Oh, so bright, so bright. Excuse me. No? That's better. They weren't allowing themselves to feel whatever there was to be felt, okay? And due to that problem, the body held the unhealthy and dense energy inside somewhere, trapped in muscles in the body, because this is where emotions are trapped in our bodies. If we don't release them because we are scared of the consequences of feeling them, that creates illnesses, that creates growth of different types of whatever that grows there in your body or outside of your body. That creates problems with organs, skin, feeling in general, heavy feeling, tiredness, tension, unexplainable pains, growth on bones, cartilage, or any other, or spasms, and obviously, let alone heightened anxieties. Okay, and acting from the level of mind and ego, because you can't control what's going on around you, okay? And you're never gonna be able to. All you can do is just to learn to respond to it. And the response has to be pure and healthy. Even if whatever is going on and you think it's ridiculous what's going on out there, okay? It's ridiculous what the people are throwing at you. Other people, for example. It's ridiculous that things happen to you, that they happen to you, that you never wanted for you to be happen, to experience. It's still the thing that you need to go through inside, okay? And if you can silence it out with peace in your heart, without reacting to anything that is externally, without judgment, but just allowing it to be, like you're allowing a dark cloud, okay? And you're allowing a white cloud. It doesn't make sky any less blue. Just the fact that the clouds are there, okay? They just need to go through, okay? And you need to wait. But you need to wait and know that the sky is blue, okay? You can't question whether the sky is blue just because the dark cloud is there, okay? The same with you. You are a healthy, loving being, and there is pure, unconditional love inside of you. But your heart's been covered with dark clouds, and with white clouds, dark clouds, whatever, stormy clouds, okay? And for you to experience the blue sky and sunshine, to radiate that shine out of yourself, you need to first shed the layers of the dark, unpleasant, scary sometimes, scary clouds, because you don't know what they're going to bring, because you don't know whether this cloud is going to bring you hail or storm or rain or wind or whatever. You still have to trust that the sky behind it is blue, okay? And you have to allow this to pass, okay? Feel the feelings, feel the energies that aren't pleasant, okay? Just relax and one by one just rip it off yourself by feeling it, concentrating, meditating, journaling, talking to other people about it, okay? Resting a lot, going into nature, doing the things you like, doing the things you know you should be doing instead of the things that you know that when you're doing them, you feel guilty, okay? Make the right choices, feel the feelings first. You're going to love it. You're going to love radiating the vibe that is there on the other side of the keyhole that you squeeze into, and you're doing a great job. Having a good... Okay. I gotta go now anyway, because it's time for me to. But that was a really good message, and oh my god, I just love the comparison to sky and clouds, because this is exactly what it is. Okay, it's covered. The sky is covered. Your heart is covered with the dark clouds. Doesn't mean that your heart is just not amazing, loving, shining, and fantastic. Okay, it just means that it needs some work to be done, that the inside of you is just going to be all right, and it's going to be healed when you allow it, okay? But you need to make a conscious decision and do the work every day in order to reach that state, okay? Because it is doable, it is possible. I've done it and it feels fabulous, okay? And I'm carrying on doing it, and then I'm going to carry on sharing it with you guys. Okay, love you all, take care, bye bye, and have a beautiful day.